Punchmade Dev, you're a scammer.
Some would say.
So what got you into scamming?
What got me into scamming? It's just something about just getting free money and it's that easy. And then just taking from somebody else and seeing them on the bad end of the stick and me on the good end of the stick. It's something about that. I love the feeling.
Do you remember what your first scam was?
Yeah, of course. My first ever scam was in middle school. And I might have been in like 7th or 8th grade. And around this time, I used to play sports a lot. I was playing football a lot, and they had a cheerleading squad, of course. So there was this one cheerleader, I won't say her name, but she had so I already knew I could take advantage of her. And basically I texted her a message acting like Cash App support. And I know she had a little bit of money too, because special needs people, they get those disability checks. I know her parents were giving her money for lunch food and to spend in the cafeteria, because she would always go in there. See, me, I had just the regular lunch. She would have the special lunch, and she would have cookies and chips, so that already pissed me off to see her doing better than me. So I basically logged in, I asked her for her password. I said if she doesn't give me her password, her account will be deleted, and the IRS will be after her. Like something along those lines. And she texted me her password, then I said I need the code. I got the code, I logged in, I sent myself all the funds. And I also logged into her Instagram. I posted on her account and just ruined her entire career, because a lot of the teachers, a lot of the parents follow her, because people just, for some reason, tend to cater to the people. So everybody seen the post. I was posting, making it seem like she's racist, posting and saying nigger and doing all of that. And she ended up getting kicked out of school, and nobody ever knew it was me.
So how does it make you feel after doing something like that to somebody?
I mean, how does $5,000 feel? How does $10,000 feel? A lot of people don't ever see that. A lot of people don't even have that acquired at once in their entire life. So I would say I feel great. Now for the other people, I can't tell you how they feel. But I can tell you I don't give a
What has been your most profitable scam to this day?
My most profitable scam, I would say wires.
How much do you make off of one wire?
It depends on what type of account it is, what type of person that is. It's a business account, a company account, a personal account. But I will say my biggest wire was for $350K out of a business account.
Off of one wire?
Yeah, one wire out of a business account. They did blow up slides like for the kids, and I don't want to see any of the kids happy.
So after hitting a scam that big, do you not feel paranoid at all?
I don't feel paranoid. I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been doing this for years. Still haven't been caught to this day. A lot of people try to compare me to maybe Bam Bam Kevo, Hush Puppy. I'm not them. I'm not Al Capone. I'm not them. They don't know what they're doing. I'm anonymous on the internet. I will never be caught. It's impossible. I'm invincible. I'm punchmade Dev.
So let's talk about that. Punchmade Dev. Aside from scamming, you also rap. You make music. And in a lot of your music, you talk about scamming and all of the terrible things that you do to people.
I mean, I say it's a hobby. I will say, ruining a bunch of people's lives, scamming a lot of people, you lose a lot of friends, you lose a lot of family, so I don't really have anybody to talk to. So me making music is just my way to tell my story, and I feel like my story needs to be heard because I'm not getting enough credit for ruining these people's lives. When I see somebody get scammed, or when I see somebody's life go from great to terrible, they're not giving me enough credit.
So you feel like you're a good role model?
I feel like I'm a great role model. I'm teaching kids on how to not care about others' opinions and only think about themselves. See, a lot of people just want to think about helping everybody else and putting everybody else first. And if you put yourself first, you don't got to worry about relying on anybody else. You don't got to worry about another person's opinion. You can just do whatever you want. You could own the world. The world's in my hands.
So have you ever scammed anybody within the music industry?
I wouldn't say scam, but I have hacked another rapper. And this is around when X died, and there was this rapper blowing up named Soulja Kid. And just like I said, I don't like when other people get credit for things they didn't do. I want all the evil credit to go to me. So I SIM swapped his account. His number was linked to his Instagram account, so I already had his number. I called up there, SIM swapped it, logged into his Instagram, and I started posting it, egging it on, saying, yeah, he's the one who killed it, because really I was trying to ruin his life, put him in jail, and then I was just scamming everybody for features from that account. I had 21 Savage in the DMs, everybody, and Soulja Kid's DMs, and I was scamming everybody for features.
I guess that is smart that if you're going to scam somebody, it might as well be somebody somewhat famous, right?
Yeah, because I can get a lot of connections from it, I can finesse a lot of things, and I can be that person behind that account. And at the end of the day, I delete the account, because I don't want them to get their account back. I don't want them to try to continue their career. Once you're on my bad side, it's over for you.
So did you really scam Aiden Ross?
Did I really scam Aiden Ross? Of course. He's an easy target. He doesn't know what the he's doing. He's loose. He moves loose. He doesn't use VPN. He gets swatted every day. He's a rookie. He's an easy target. If I scam Aiden Ross, what the is he gonna do? I've been sitting in Aiden Ross's bank account for about 2 months now, just watching his transactions go in and out. I'm sitting there just waiting for the right moment to clear it. But right now I'm just doing like wiring out small amounts, about like 10K a day. And I've seen him get paid from Kick. I've seen the big check that he got deposited. I've seen that. Couple $1 million, hundreds of millions.
So you don't think he'll ever notice?
He does so many transactions a day, you gotta gotta think he's paying for like five properties. He's paying for security. He's paying for his cars. What's the little 10,000 I'm taking from him every day? He's not gonna notice.
The internet portrays you as this low-life scumbag scammer, but I can tell you're definitely intelligent. What kind of student were you in school?
I would say I was a decent student. Of course, I cheated on all my assignments. I knew how to get by. I knew how to talk with the teachers, but in school, I wasn't really interested in school. I was interested in making money and other things.
Were you already making money off scams in school?
Yeah, in high school, I was doing scamming. So basically when you make a fake account of another girl, and I would use it. I would make an account of somebody that went to my school that maybe didn't like me or had a problem with me or said something about me, and I would post it on Tinder, all the dating apps, and I would make everybody add me on a Snapchat. I would make a Facebook, and I would target my teachers, and it's just an easy way. There's a lot of horny, down bad men out there, and that's what I was doing in high school, making anywhere from like $2,000 to $3,000 a day. In high school, that's a lot of money. $2,000 to $3,000 a day if you add it up, it's a lot of money.
So it seems like you've done every scam in the book.
Yes.
Is there any other ways that you make money outside of scams?
Surfing the dark web one day, I kind of get bored, and I've already, like you said, I've already hit every scam. I've done dumps, CCs, I've cleared accounts, I've cleared trust funds, and it just kind of gets boring. When you're doing it so long, you don't get the adrenaline rush anymore. So searching on the dark web, I came across the whole drug market on there, and you can find almost anything on there. And a big thing in my city is perks and pills, so I took interest into that.
Is that what you're talking about on your song, Long Live Heather?
Yeah, Heather played a very big role in my, I guess you could say, pill career.
So you're saying that song is true?
Everything I put out is the truth. I have no reason to lie. I already make plenty of money behind the scenes, so like I said, I lose a lot of people. A lot of people don't fuck with me, so I really don't have nobody to talk to or tell these stories. So I just put it all in my music. That's just my outlet.
So I know you kind of walked through it on the song, but could you give us a more in detail narrative of the Heather story?
Of like how I met Heather.
How you met her, what happened?
So this is around, well, I'm getting the pills in, right? I'm shipping them in from the dark web. I'm getting in perks, Zans. Now the thing with perks, people tend to get more like, the things with perks is, I like perks because Zans, it'll be like a lot of people, like once you get addicted to Zans and you don't have enough money for Zans, they'll do anything to get that Zan. But the things with perks, I feel like they're more addictive, they're easier to finesse. So that's what I started to go with, like it's the perks. And maybe in like the first week or two, I had plenty of clientele, I was booming, and I already had money going into this. So you gotta think, I can afford just telling the junkie, hey, bring your friend to me and I'll give you a free pill. So it started like that, and I got clientele booming. Then it's when I thought, like I said, I always think how I can do more, how I can make this better and bigger. And then that's when I got introduced to mixing pills with fentanyl. The thing is, most people use fentanyl just to stretch their profits out, like from double to triple. But I was solely using it just to kill people.
So that's what happened with Heather. She overdosed on one of your fentanyl pills.
Heather pulled up on me trying to buy some pills, the usual, every day. And she's bringing me her $200 to $300 every single day. And she pulled up to buy the pills. And this is like my first time like cooking up the recipe. And at this time, you gotta think, when I'm first doing it, I'm just mainly doing it to just stretch it out. I'm not even purposely like trying to people at this point, because I'm just trying to just make more money. So she pulls up, I sell her the pills. She takes me to this abandoned crib, like it's what she was living in. Like it's like this apartment that they didn't put the lock on, nobody's living in it, but the lock was broken. So she was going in there and like living inside like the apartment, and like nobody knew. And it's completely open, it had the lights on and everything, so it was smooth. So me and her was in there and we was just chilling, like just talking and shit. Like she wasn't like every other junkie where they're like 40 years old or they're like 50 years old. She was more like a 27-year-old. She was kind of intelligent too. But Heather, like, she liked to be homeless. Like, she didn't mind living on the streets. Like, you gotta think, people, you can still be homeless and happy. As long as she's getting her drugs, her fix for me, she's happy and I'm happy. So we're just chilling in the apartment. Then she starts cutting off her circulation and she starts cooking up on the spoon. And she's cooking up the heroin. And it's the first time I ever even seen this. And then, like, she cooks it up, like, gets her veins out and she sticks the needle in her veins and, like, puts the needle in and goes, like, straight fiend. And I seen her do that, so she was already high. And like I said, I'm not thinking nothing. And this is my first time. I'm a little nervous because like this is my first time like cooking up a pill, and it's like my #1 customer. So long story short, I gave her the pill. She took the pill. 5 minutes later, like she starts like like that, and she starts having a seizure. The thing like a lot of people don't know about Heather is she's like the type to just like joke around and play. So I'm sitting there laughing at her until she starts like foaming out her mouth. And at this point, I'm just dying laughing. Like, that's what really like made me addicted to just seeing how easily I can remove somebody from this world. That's what like really got me into just, instead of stretching it, I want to do that every time. And right after that, like I said, Heather had money. So right after she had the seizure, foaming out her mouth, I went straight into her pockets, took everything she had, took all the drugs she had and resold it.
So it was almost like entertainment for you.
It was entertainment for me.
So it's entertaining for you to just ruin people's lives.
Yeah, it's entertaining for me.
Do you have any other stories of people's lives that you've ruined?
I will say another like target that I like to do is like cancer patients. And the reason I like to target cancer patients is because they know they don't have much longer to live. So they're so quick to just take any risk, like live by their last day because they have nothing to live for. So, and I have everything to live for.
So as a rapper, you've gone by Dev Take Flight, OBN Dev, and now Punchmade Dev. Is there a reason behind the sudden name changes?
So I would say back in the day, I wasn't always the most intelligent, so I was still learning. So I would do my dirt on Dev Take Flight, and when I can feel them closing in, switch my name to another name, and I changed to OBN Dev. That's what I really got into scamming. And like I said, I'm still young, I'm still learning. Changed my name, moved states, moved countries, wherever I did. I won't tell you exactly where I moved, and then that's where I ended up at. punchmade Dev, and then that's when I got into scamming, selling pills, everything, anything that'll make me money easily, anything illegal.
So you just kind of wipe the slate clean and start fresh?
Yeah, start fresh.
Do you feel like you're gonna have to do that soon and change your name from Punchmade Dev to a new one?
Nah, because now I've learned much more from the past. Like I've learned from my mistakes, and now I'm invincible. Now that I've made it through all trials and tribulations, I'm completely invincible. Like I'm more powerful than I ever was before.
So Punchmade Dev is here to stay?
Punchmade Dev's here to stay. I won't ever go anywhere. I will never be arrested. This will never be an incident, and nobody can ever stop me.
So where do you go from here?
From here, I feel like I have a website where I currently sell my pills, but I sell them as in they're not cut, and I just want to continue to grow that up. In my country, it's a big thing. In any country, it's a big thing for like just to have like homeless people everywhere. So, and people complain, they're dirty, they stink, and ugly. So I feel like if we can just clear the homeless people out and as many addicts out, then there won't be any addicts left, and there will be no more need for drugs. So I feel like what I'm doing is like a good cause for real.
You feel like you set a good example for the youth?
Yeah, I feel like I set a good example because people like homeless people and fiends and shit like that, like they don't want to help themselves. So there's literally, you can't help somebody that doesn't want to help themselves. So there's really like no other way to like get them out the way than just to like remove them. So you seen Long Live Heather, right? After seeing that video and like seeing what could happen, after that video, do you feel encouraged to take pills? Or do you feel like you don't ever want to take pills?
Right. After watching that Long Live Heather video, I would never take a pill.
Yeah, so it's like I'm basically teaching the kids and the youth to not do drugs, to not fall off their feet, to not be homeless, to not be a bum, because if you do, you'll be in the hands of me, and that's not good. You won't get out. You won't make it out.
So with all these scams, all this illegal activity that you put on the internet, do you ever feel like you're going to go down or get arrested?
Never. I told you, I know what I'm doing. I don't have